Beautiful people, how you been? It's been a minute. A lot of stuff has been going on. Changed location, changed jobs, and the pace has definitely picked up. But still on the grind, still at my game, still doing what I believe I'm meant to do. Right, lead, train, motivate, inspire. This video has probably been a long time coming, as into why my 2 cents. My 2 cents probably was born a very long time ago, when actually 2 cents had value. And it kind of still does, for those that only need, that little extra, till they manifest into their greatness. So for me, I kind of remember this experience that I had many moons ago. I was attempting to buy a snack, and I had enough money to get that snack. Back in that time, that snack was called corn curls, kind of like cheese doodles now, and was only a quarter, all right, 25 cents. And I had that 25 cents in my pocket, but along the journey of going to get that pack of corn curls, I lost 2 cents, from that 25 cents that I had. So by the time I got to that destination, I was short a penny. And I remember the lady, Miss Shuley at the time. I can't remember her name, but it was Shirley or Shuley. And, she was kind of giving me, not really a verbal tongue lashing, but she was kind of trying to show me where I fell short, explain to me that I'm 2 cents short. And I'm trying to explain to her, well, I had it, but I lost it. And eventually, she did give me that snack or whatever it is. But it kind of manifested itself into that essentially we were kind of born with all the tools that's needed. And a long life journey, sometimes we lose a little bit of it. We're kind of victims of our circumstances, victims of our surroundings, or victim of those conditions that we sometimes may not manifest into what we're supposed to be. But a car comes off the assembly line, a car. You could always add to and take away from, to make it perform better. But I do believe that we're born essentially with what we're supposed to have, and the conditions that we are privy to kind of just chips away and kind of refines us. So that is kind of like where my 2 cents was born. And some people need that 2 cents, to get them to the next hurdle, or to add to what they already have, or to add to what they've lost. And I have my 2 cents, you have your 2 cents. Many others have 2 cents just to add, because essentially most people have what they need already. Some lost it a kind of way, but they just need a brief reminder, a little push into that direction. Some need a complete overhaul as well. But that is where my 2 cents kind of originated from. It's November already, and the year is ended. And I know we talked about. I've seen many successes between my friends, associates, co-workers, family, and I'm quite sure you've seen a lot of success in your life too. And then there are others that did not necessarily live up to those resolutions that they may have set at the beginning of the year. And you got to ask yourself why. What is a resolution? What makes a resolution a resolve, or that thing that must happen, and why didn't it happen? For some people, they need that motivation to kind of push them, to get to whatever that reason, or that resolution was. And unless they have that drive or that discipline or that thing to push them, oftentimes they never meet it. Whether it be to save a bit of money, whether it be to lose a amount of weight. And to push something takes great force. To pull something, takes a little bit of force. But sometimes, depending on the force that you have, it's easier to pull than to push. We could argue that all day. But if you are drawn to what you want, if you are drawn to what you're supposed to be, there's a different enthusiasm in which you kind of get up with every day to make that thing an existence. So you got to make sure that is something that you can see living without, and that is the thing that gets you out of the bed early in the morning to continue doing that thing for you to reach that goal, whether it be monetary, whether it be education, whether it be physical fitness. You have to eat, breathe, sleep, live that thing. Everything that you do kind of pushes you in that direction. And if it's not ingrained within who you are or your moral fiber, oftentimes you find yourself not attaining that goal. You already kind of tell yourself, well, hey, well, maybe this is where I'm supposed to be. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to have. You make all of those excuses and accept what is instead of changing those conditions for you or to achieve those goals. It's easy to say, well, hey, yeah, maybe I'm supposed to be this way, or because of the difficulties, maybe I'm not supposed to have these things, maybe I'm not supposed to have this education, because there are going to be those conditions that make you wonder why you're doing what you're doing. But you can change. You can change how you respond to those conditions. If you believe fervently in what you're supposed to do, what you're supposed to have, little to nothing can stop you. It's just not going to happen. And if you are deterred, dust yourself off and go back within that direction. Uh, it's been a while since I made a video per se, but I have a new audience now based on my job. I have anyway from 200 to 250 people that I influence every day on a say 10-week kind of period. So that is my new challenge right now, and I'm attempting to make sure that my presence is being felt in a positive light, and whatever interaction that I have with people on a daily basis, it is a positive one. So if you may not see me on the video, please believe that I'm still doing, what I'm doing with that said audience. And last go around, my first iteration, I definitely believe I had a great and positive effects, and actually surprised myself in some regard, as far as how much I've grown, how much I've learned, and and the effects of influence and positive influence, and identifying potential in others and helping others to realize the potential and maximize in their ability. And it's a good feeling. It is a good feeling to see what was and help people to manifest into what is or what they're supposed to be. uh, there's no greater reward. So that is my 2 cents. I will continue to give it uh, for those that are in need, for those that are may not even identify that they're in need, but in a simple attempt to make the world that we live in a better place. That is my 2 cents. What is yours?